So when we're having these conversations with our sellers, like setting expectations, what are you guys focusing on for that? Like with those conversations, how are you talking to your sellers right now?
So for me, I mean, I'm just like we're talking like right now. Like I'm showing
Mhm.
them the data. I'm saying, hey, we don't know what's going to happen. None of us have a crystal ball, but I want to be honest with you. Like things are starting to slow down in this price point. And when I say slow down, I mean maybe instead of 20 offers, we have two, and it takes a week to get two, right? Like just have real conversations with them. I'm telling y'all, it's so much easier to have that on the front end than agree to a stupid price, stick it on the market, and then have to eat your own words 2 weeks later and ask for a price reduction. Don't do that. Like it is better to not take a listing at all than to take an overpriced listing and tell your sellers that you can get them that price when you know darn well you can't. Like, don't be
Yeah.
that person. Just
Right.
be honest. People will respect you a lot more for that.
And I think too, just being able to say, okay, so we might get, 2 months ago, we could have gotten 20 showings on your house this weekend. Realistically, we probably will see, based on the report that I pulled for your price point and in your zip code, we'll see likely 6 to 8 showings. We might see 10 showings, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're still on the market without an offer on Monday, that's okay. Like, I don't want you to literally tell your sellers this. I don't want you to freak out. I don't want you to feel like something's going wrong. Like, that is just what's happening in the market right now, because otherwise you are going to get that call on Sunday at 5 o'clock because you haven't gotten any offers yet. Right. And so you have to be very, very, grow a pair, right? And you have to be very upfront with your sellers and be confident in being able to say that to them. And then as a listing agent, you better have a plan too after weekend number 1 of marketing, right? Because we haven't had to have that in a long time, or at least a lot of agents have been skating by without having that for a long time, right? So like, what are you going to do on Monday?
Let's talk about that. That's good.
Yeah.
What do you do, Lauren, Tara? What do you guys do when you're in that situation and you're day 10 on the market?
Ooh, I start beating the phones.
Heck yeah. So first thing is reverse prospecting, right? That's always going to be my go-to. So for the ladies on here that don't know what reverse prospecting is, if you have Matrix MLS system, you likely have reverse prospecting. So basically that is when you as a buyer's agent put a search in for a client, right? And so the system knows that you have a client that's looking for that particular price point. Okay. Yep. So you can pull a reverse prospecting list, or more than likely you can pull a reverse prospecting list. And like Lauren said, get on the dang phone, right? You're calling those people, you're texting them.
You want to hear my ninja tip on reverse prospecting? Girls, when you hit reverse prospecting and it like auto populates a subject line that says reverse prospecting, ain't nobody opening that. Nobody's opening that. So what I do is I change the subject to your client said they loved my listing.
Yes.
They're going to open that because they're like, what's my client doing talking to you?
That's so true, Lauren.
That's so true. I'm like, your client loves my listing. Mm-hmm. And then they open it and I'm like, hey, your client put a heart beside my listing. Like, it's available all week for showings. Let me know if I can do anything to help. Here's some extra information. But you got to be smart about stuff like that, because we all get blasted from those reverse prospecting and nobody opens them, right? I mean, let's just be honest. But get smart about it.
Another thing that I do with reverse prospecting is I love the text message option, right? So I will send a text message to the agent and I'll say, like, what you said, Lauren, hey, your client, and then I usually use like the heart emoji. So your client hearts my listing. And then I will include a link to a non-branded website that has that listing in it, right? And so like for here in Colorado, that it can go to RE Colorado or whatever yours is for your state, right? Because that way it makes it super easy for that agent to forward it to their client without having to search for something that doesn't have my contact information all over it, right? So if you do that non-branded link, and then because again, we've been in this market for 24 months where it's like, for a lot of you agents, your clients are telling you what houses they want to what houses they want to see, right? You haven't been doing a lot of proactive searching, like digging through the depths of the MLS trying to find them a house that fits. And so a lot of times these agents don't even know that these houses are a match, right? So I'll just say, hey, this is my listing. Here's the price, like area price, bedrooms, bathrooms. If there's a finished basement or, for you, some of you, if there's a pool or something like that, you'll put that in there. Here's the link. Please share it with your clients. If there's anything I can do to help you show this property, please let me know.
Yep. Nailed it.
What about slide dial?
Oh, I do that too. You know me.
Oh, I don't pay for that, but I need to.
Oh, girlfriend. Next to Canva, Sly Broadcast is like probably the next best $20 or $10 or whatever it is a month that I spend.
Because you can do a mass voicemail.
Yeah.
To reverse prospect. Did you guys know that? Tara taught me that. And I was like, girl, I did not know that. That is so smart.
Oh, so this is what you do, girls. Okay, since you're live on the call, I'm going to give you the goods. Okay, so this is what you do. You upload the list into Sly Broadcast, and then you record one voicemail. So when and I know I got some Colorado girls on here, you probably have gotten some of these messages from me, but when I do the voicemail, I'm like, oh, hey, this is Tara. It went straight to voicemail. So you're probably on the phone with a client right now. Sorry, I missed you. But I just wanted to let you know this listing that I have, it's amazing. It didn't go under contract this weekend. Please give me a call back if I can help you show this property in any way, right? Or if I can forward you the 3D tour or whatever it is, whatever thing that you have. But if you say at the beginning, like, oh, it went straight to voicemail, you're probably on the phone, it doesn't feel so much like a group voicemail drop, right?
Right. That's good.
Make it sound natural, ladies. Make it sound natural. But really, the text messages.
Isn't it Sly Broadcast? What is it? Sly Dial? Is that another one?
Slide dial. Mm-hmm.
Well, Sly Dial is if you're trying to make one call without going straight to voicemail. Sly Broadcast is what allows you to
do the mass.
Do a mass voicemail.
Oh, we might need a little Girls with Grit coupon code. We'll reach out to them this afternoon.
Let's work on an affiliate link for y'all.
We're not kidding.
But no, absolutely. I mean, I think that those are some good tips too. And then if you have the system, then you also have the email, which is what we send to our clients on a weekly basis, right? Because there may come a time this summer when you're on the market 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? So there's an email in the listed to sold system that literally gives you a full outline breakdown of what you should be sharing with your sellers in terms of showings, price reductions, what have you been doing for marketing, all of those kinds of things. And it's a 2-page email. And I'll tell you what, if you're proactive sending that to your sellers, like on Mondays and Thursdays or something like that, if you never want your sellers to have to call you to ask you for an update, right? So you always want to be staying in front of them. So if you guys have the system, you also have that email in your system.
That's a good email. I used it yesterday. It's a good email.
It is good. Well, that's the thing. We're getting back to that again. I remember those days where you would be on market for 30 days before you finally got an offer. And it was like every Friday, here's your update. And this is what I'm doing to market your property. Every Friday, here's an update. This is what I did this week to market your property. And I remember back when that was a thing, I would do all of these different types of digital marketing and ads and stuff like that. And literally showing them, here's how many views, here's how many saves, here's how many clicks. I mean, we're going to get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do too. Like I screenshot that where it's like, this is how many people saved it. This is how many people shared it. Like whatever your platform you're using to run ads or Property Boost or whatever, just take a screenshot, include it in that email.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But the bottom line is that we have to accept that it's happening, right? And we have to be in control of that boat. We want to be in control of how this is going, the direction that we're going with our clients. And so just don't be scared. And what do we say? Our favorite saying, competence is confidence, right? So competence, have the competence, know what's going on in your market, know the numbers. I was just pulling the data this morning when I was on the phone with the girls before we came onto this call. I was like, okay, so we've got We had 1,400 new listings hit the market in the last 7 days. We had 868 price reductions in the last 7 days. That's freaking nuts, right? We haven't seen anything like that in a long time. So know your numbers off the top of your head. You can have a search in your MLS that gives that to you. Matrix, it's like a little hot sheet. It's one button, right? So
guess what? If you're the only agent in your neighborhood that's going live and doing those market updates in a video format once a week right now in this shifting market, you look like a boss. So do it. You're the only one. Do it.
Yeah.
Yo, we get paid a lot of money. I think sometimes we forget that, right? Like we make good money. We work extremely hard, but we are getting paid, whatever your standard commission is in your area. Here, okay, 6%, right? So it's like 6%. So I'm making 3%. I need to like be okay with doing more than just putting the property on MLS and letting it ride for the weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us haven't had to do that because we've literally just had deals like fall in our lap over the past couple of years. But if you want to make it through a market shift, not a market crash, if you want to make it through a market shift, you have to learn some of this stuff and you've got to put it into practice. Otherwise, you'll be one of the 87% that fall out. And we don't want that for our girls.
Yeah.
Totally.
But there is a lot of opportunity. I mean, touching on that, Lauren, there are going to be a lot of agents that exit this market in the next year. They will not pay their dues when it's time for them to pay their dues again, right? Because they're not doing enough business. And so, and a lot of those agents have been capturing business by default. And so this is an opportunity. Like I like market changes because it presents opportunity for everyone who is willing to change and grow, right?
Yep.
And that's, I mean, you guys are all obviously in that mindset, or else you wouldn't be on this call right now. So look at this as an opportunity. Don't be scared, right? And also don't let it get in your head, because the minute you start thinking there's no listings, nobody wants to buy a house, I can't get a phone call back from any listing agent, the interest rates are too high. Like if you let that get in your head, you absolutely are going to project that onto your clients, whether you try to or not. So you need to stay in a place that says, you know what, with every trial, there is opportunity. With every trial, there is opportunity. And this is our opportunity, right? So skills-based market is here. We've been talking about it for 3 months. Everybody wanted to say, oh, it's not happening in my market. We're still getting 100 showings. Well, guess what? It's happening in your market right now.
Yeah.
And so now it's the skills-based market is here. And so be a skills-based agent.
Yeah, 100%.
This is more fun. This market's way more fun to be able to find those deals for your client, to scour the internet and finally be the one to say, hey, I found this listing. I think it matches your needs perfectly. Do you want to go take a look at it? It's been on the market 10 days. There might be an opportunity for you here, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer. This is the type of market I like. The last 2 years has not been any fun. Yeah, sure, we all made a lot of money, but it's been stressful. And it hasn't been fun because we're wearing that weight of our clients who have been writing 10, 20, 30 offers, and it's stressful. So once it starts shifting, time to brush those boots off, girls, and get to work, because this is your opportunity right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.